stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Touchdown, Anthony Miller. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run the counter. Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hands it off out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Let him know. Check nickel. Mike, check. 59.
To throw again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now it's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the run. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
First and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, it's Trevor Daniel to punt. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. Fielded at the 20. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Nothing.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Haskins to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Cohen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Anthony Miller.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards.
4 yards the pickup, first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
21-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On play action, Haskins. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to right, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
On for the extra point.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike is 15. Hey, check. Sling.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Washington 14. Bears 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Chicago.
A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Bears have retaken the lead.
Chase McLaughlin lining up for the...
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this.
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Dwayne Haskins.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Bears 28, Washington 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play action. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4. And look at this. It's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Chicago.
On the ground with a tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Haskins. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's airing it, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Bears 28, Washington 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bulls on the handoff. Here's Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
So they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Good. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down.
18 on the
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but just have 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Down, Chicago.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your... Check. Crunch. 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 Whoa. 58, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Haskins will throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Hattie. Let's go, Hattie. Tell me what you got.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.